For 180 years, the IHM story has been about bold faith, deep love, and showing up and serving where we're needed most. It started with Teresa Maxis, but it continues with all of us. This legacy isn't just history. It is a living invitation to be part of something bigger.
This is a story of strength, of faith, of a woman ahead of her time. It's the story of Teresa Maxis, of the founding of the Sisters Servants of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and a thriving congregation today, 180 years later, right here in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
There are lessons to be learned from the past that can indeed influence and impact and open us to the future. If anyone has understood that, it is the wonderful Immaculate Heart of Mary Sisters.
We now travel back 180 years to a world divided by race, religion, and gender. We meet a woman who dared, a woman called to serve, a woman of great courage who created hope and imagined a future, a different future. Born in Baltimore in 1810, Teresa Maxis Duchemin entered a world that offered little to a biracial woman who carried in her blood both the struggle and the resilience of two worlds. Teresa was raised in the African, Haitian, American community. She was bright and she was fortunate to be educated in a school for Haitian refugee children, a rare gift in an era of profound inequality. In 1829, 3 women teaching at that school chose a radical path. They formed the first religious congregation for African American women in the United States, the Oblate Sisters of Providence. Teresa, with the conviction and courage, became their 4th founding member. But the path was not easy. When their sponsor, Father Joubert, passed away, the sisters faced difficulties. The church discouraged them from accepting new members. It was then that Teresa made a courageous choice. She left Baltimore and journeyed north to Monroe, Michigan. She was encouraged by her friend, Father Louis Gillet, a Redemptorist priest, who had a vision to form a new congregation to serve French and English-speaking immigrants there. On November 10, 1845, Father Gillet blessed Teresa and the work the sisters were doing, work which became the basis of a new community, the Sisters Servants of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Their main purpose was to foster the human aspirations of the people of the area, specifically for preserving, deepening, and spreading the community of faith in Jesus Christ. They chose the work of education, compassion, and presence. Teresa worked to secure the vision for the sisters in a divided America. To do so, though she had lived her early life as a woman of color, once she moved to Michigan, Teresa quietly passed as white. Her sacrifice was immense, her truth unspoken. For 10 years in Michigan, the congregation flourished under Teresa's care, shaped by the Alphonsian tradition of a deep compassion for the poor, the forgotten, and the voiceless. But change came again. In 1855, the Redemptorists withdrew from Michigan. Tensions arose between new leadership and the sisters. And, at the invitation of Bishop John Newman of Philadelphia, Teresa brought the IHM mission to Pennsylvania. On August 23, 1858, the first mission in Pennsylvania was founded at St. Joseph's Parish. Just 1 year later, in 1859, 2 new IHM missions were opened, St. Joseph's Academy in Susquehanna, Pennsylvania, and St. Peter Elementary School in Reading, Pennsylvania. However, by 1867, Teresa once again made a sacrifice. In an effort to reduce tensions and ensure the congregation's future, Teresa left for Canada, exiling herself, seeking refuge among the Grey Nuns of Ottawa. Teresa wasn't able to return until 1885 in her final years. She died in 1892, but she did witness her dreams of the IHM community taking root and thriving. In 1868, the Diocese of Scranton was established, and a new branch of the IHM Sisters in Scranton, Pennsylvania, was established shortly thereafter in 1871. Then, in 1889, history was made again when Sister Mary Magdalene Jackson became the first Reverend Mother elected by the sisters themselves. The impact of the IHM Sisters began to ripple across communities. In 1890, the Sisters of IHM opened St. Joseph's Foundling Home, today known as St. Joseph's Center, to care for children in need. Across centuries and continents, ministries of education, healthcare, and social justice expanded as the Sisters of IHM answered the urgent needs of every age. Education was at the heart of their mission. The sisters taught in parish schools across Pennsylvania and 8 other states, along with Peru and Puerto Rico. They founded sponsored work Our Lady of Grace Montessori School and Spirituality Center in Manhasset, New York, and they brought faith and knowledge to thousands. Other missions included work in British Columbia, Canada, the District of Columbia, and the state of Washington. In 1915, the congregation took a bold step, founding Marywood College, now Marywood University. It was the first Catholic college for women in northeastern Pennsylvania, a first among many firsts in the history of Marywood. In 1926, the sisters again answered the call of a poor community, opening St. Joseph's Hospital in Carbondale.
It's our desire to serve the world, to be in the midst of the world, sharing both our giftedness and our vulnerability. And we do that in solidarity with the people we meet.
Tragedy struck in 1971. The Mother House was completely destroyed by fire on a windy, frigid night in February. However, the IHM mission endured stronger than ever, igniting new ministries like Friends of the Poor and co-sponsored works Mother Seton Academy, and much later, the African Sisters Educational Collaborative and Nativity Miguel School, Scranton. From a school in Baltimore to education and childcare in the hills of Pennsylvania to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and to Twin Falls, the story of the IHM Sisters is one of perseverance, faith, service, and fearless love. Today, the Sisters of IHM continue to reach beyond borders, from Baltimore to Peru, from Scranton to Africa. Wherever hope was needed most, the IHM Sisters answered the call, opening doors for those in need. The IHM vision was not bound by time, color, or country. It lives on in the mission, in the ministries, and in the quiet acts of love and prayer of the IHM Sisters. Teresa Maxis dared to believe that people could and should change the world. She both co-founded a congregation and sparked a legacy. From a quiet classroom in 1829 to ministries across continents, from Teresa Maxis' unwavering heart to 180 years of radical love, service, learning, justice, courage, and deep faith in God's unconditional, redeeming love. We honor Mother Teresa. We celebrate every IHM sister, and we carry their light forward into the next 180 years.